Climate change is water change. We know that the impact of climate change is most felt through water, and this affects mostly and foremost those who are already suffering from lack or difficulties of access to safe drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. It will be, and they already are, those who are the most vulnerable, the most excluded and marginalized. If water was already scarce before, and if you living in a slum or in a remote rural area, if you already had difficulties in having access to water through the impact of climate change, those difficulties will be exacerbated. If you live in a zone that is prone to flooding, which already caused problems in your access to water, to sanitation, the impact of climate change will only exacerbate your deficient access to safe drinking water and also to safe sanitation. At SWA, we focus on multi-stakeholder action, and we focus on strengthening systems in order to make sure that countries and populations are ready to deliver on SDG 6, and that they are ready to deliver on SDG 6, taking also into consideration the existence and the impact of climate change. So basically, we are strongly working with our partners at all levels, at the global, regional and national levels. And when I mention partners, I mean the governments, but I also mean civil society, research and academic institutions, external support agencies, including UN agencies and bilateral donors, as well as the private sector. And we are working with them in order to make sure that their plans, but also their budgets, their strategies, for water, sanitation and hygiene also take into account climate change, ensure that countries are better prepared to deal with climate change, and that they are better prepared and they are more resilient to the effects of climate change. So this is our work, and of course, since we are now rolling out a mutual accountability mechanism through which our partners are tabling commitments, we welcome commitments that are linked to climate change and to better planning, budgeting, etc., in order to take into account the impact of climate change in the way we provide water, sanitation and hygiene to the people that we are meant to serve.